Hello, my little yogi friends. Welcome to yoga class. My name is Ashley. I am so happy you're here with me today. Let's get started by crisscrossing our legs and sitting down on our bottoms at the very top of our mat. We are going to start off with a little breathing exercise. When I say breathe in or inhale, that means take a nice big breath in and fill your belly with air, just like this breathing ball. When I say breathe out or exhale, that means blow all of the air out of your belly. Now it's your turn to try. Sit up nice and straight. Bring your hands to your belly. Follow the breathing ball. Breathe in, nice and slow. Feel your belly rise. Now breathe out, nice and slow. Feel your belly fall. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Wonderful job, my friends. You will hear this bell at the beginning and end of every class. Are you ready to get started on our fun yoga adventure? Great! All you need to do is copy the poses that I do and use your imagination. Here we go. Before we begin our yoga play, we greet our friends the same each day. Take a big breath in, arms up high, palms together, reach towards the sky. Now bring your hands down to your heart and let your love shine through. The light that shines in me sees the light that shines in you. Namaste. What comes to mind when you think of the seasons? Do you think of the red and golden leaves of autumn? Or maybe the blanket of snow that turns everything white in winter? Maybe the delicate flowers in spring, or the hot days of summer when a swim at the beach helps you stay cool. There are many ways of looking at the seasons. Spring is a time of birth. Summer, a time of growth. Autumn has the golden months of beauty. Winter is a time of quiet, calm, and rest. Each season is very different and special in its own way, and provides an opportunity to appreciate all kinds of beauty. Let's take a journey through the seasons of life. Springtime. All life looks forward to new beginnings of spring, when the bright yellow circle encourages nature to come out and play. Stand up in mountain pose. Bring your hands together at your heart. The sun, I salute the sun. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms up over your head, palms together. Gently stretch backwards, looking up to the sky. Now forward fold and hang down low. Reach for your toes. Place your hands on the floor and jump or step your feet back and lower into plank pose with a nice flat back. Bring your belly down to the floor, hands and elbows at your side. Now look up at the sun. Now push up into downward dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Jump your feet up to your hands. Breathe in and come to a flat back with your hands on your shins. Exhale and forward fold to your toes again. Now breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Hands together at your heart. The sun, we salute the sun. A lonely tree stands tall and quiet in the forest. Come into tree pose by placing one foot at your ankle or up to the inner thigh, bringing your hands together at your heart. When you feel steady, reach those branches up. Its long, crooked branches reach for the sky. It is patiently waiting for the spring sun to rise as the early morning dew drips from its bare branch tips. Let's try the other side now. Place your other foot at the ankle or up to the inner thigh. Bring your hands together at your heart and raise those branches up. The buds at the end of these branches tell us that leaves will be coming soon. Wonderful trees, everyone! Return to standing. Brr! The air is quite chilly, and the birds are fluttering around as happy as can be. Forward fold down to flat back, placing your hands on your shins. Now flap your arms up and down like a flying bird. They sing to each other as they start to build their nests. Fold all the way down and take a seat in hero pose, sitting back on your heels. Spring is a time of new life. The snow has melted and the ground is wet and very soft, which means it's perfect for new seedlings to emerge. Come down into child's pose by folding down so your belly meets your legs. You are a new flower seedling buried below the ground where you laid all winter. Now it is time to awaken. Sit up and place your hands on the floor in front of you and jump your feet up to squat pose, balancing on just your toes and keeping your hands together at your heart. You start to break ground and emerge at the surface. You feel the sun's warmth. You're getting ready to sprout. Raising your arms up, you blossom into a beautiful flower as you come to standing in mountain pose. Bring your hands down at your side. The sunlight helps flowers blossom, and when they bloom, they are all different colors, shapes, and sizes. What's that sound I hear? Ribbit, 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 ribbit. Down near the pond, you can hear the spring peepers. Those are frogs. Gently bend your legs and come back down into frog pose by placing your hands on the floor between your feet. Now hop around on your lily pad. Good job. Take rest again in hero pose, sitting back on your heels. Spring is full of new baby animals of all kinds gracing the world with their presence. Little baby cygnets unfold from under their mama swan's wing. Placing your hands on the floor in front of you, lift up and step your legs all the way back until your belly meets the floor. Now lift up your arms, fold up those back legs, and point your toes at your head. This is swan pose. The new little waddlers follow their mom down the pond. Release your legs back to the floor. Across the pond, the tiny dog-like cutie known as the fox steps out of his den. Lift up into downward dog pose. Lift one leg up and wag that tail. He is happy to see his new siblings just born too. Now lift the other leg. He greets his new pup friends as well. Bring your leg down and walk your feet up to your hands. Lift all the way back up to standing in mountain pose. Plants need water to grow, and spring showers are a great way for plants and flowers to get a good drink. Breathe in and lift your arms up above your head. Now wiggle your fingers, just like rain, and let it rain down as you slowly bend forward, all the way to your toes. Once you're down there, come to sitting and give your knees a big hug. And if you're lucky, after that rain shower, you might even get to sit and enjoy a beautiful rainbow in the sky. Gently roll your back down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Let your arms rest completely on the floor as you lift your bottom off the ground towards the sky into bridge pose. What beautiful rainbows, everyone! Now release your bottom back down to the floor. Hug your knees up to your chest. Roll to one side. And push yourself up to sitting crisscross in easy pose. I breathe in spring. I breathe out spring. Summertime. The sun rises again and the days get longer and hotter. Stand up in mountain pose. Bring your hands together at your heart. The sun, I salute the sun. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms up over your head, palms together. Gently stretch backwards, looking up to the sky. Now forward fold and hang down low. Reach for your toes. Place your hands on the floor and jump or step your feet back and lower into plank pose with a nice flat back. Bring your belly to the floor. Hands down at your elbows. Now look up at the sun. Now push up into downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Jump your feet up to your hands. Breathe in and come to flat back with your hands on your shins. Exhale and forward fold to your toes again. Now breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Hands together at your heart. The sun, we salute the sun. Summertime is a time of growth and play for nature. We get to witness everything in full bloom. That lonely tree from spring isn't so lonely anymore. Come into tree pose by placing one foot at your ankle or up to the inner thigh, bringing your hands together at your heart. When you feel steady, reach those branches up. Great job. Now for the other leg. Place the other foot at your ankle or up to the inner thigh, bringing your hands together at your heart. When you feel steady, reach those branches up nice and high. Standing tall, now your tree's crooked branches are filled with luscious, bright green leaves. Release your leg to the floor. Roaring thunder and flashing lightning fill the sky on summer days. Forward fold to touch your toes. Bend your knees slightly and come up into chair pose. Hey, would you look at that? A room full of lightning bolts. I better get out of here. Bring your hands down to your heart and twist to one side. Good. Now breathe in and twist to the other side. Good job. Now forward fold down to your toes and take a seat, giving your knees yet another hug. The hungry caterpillars have now turned into colorful butterflies. Lower your legs down to the floor, putting the bottoms of your feet together into butterfly pose. Now flap those butterfly wings as we watch the butterflies flutter around from flower to flower. You know who else enjoys those flowers? The buzzing bees. Place your hands over your ears and make a humming bee sound. Bzzz. Good job. Bees love smelling the new flowers. Lean forward, bringing your nose down to your toes. Wait a minute. Those aren't flowers. They smell like stinky feet. Both butterflies and bees help cross-pollinate. They are very important for the survival of our environment. Also during the summer, the rivers are full and flowing from all of those spring showers. Stretch your legs straight out in front of you and do a forward bend while touching your toes. This is river pose. The willow trees hang low over the rivers and provide shade to fish and help keep the water temperature cool. As we take a rest and float down the river, we hear a very distinctive sound. Sit up and place your hands up to your ears for a better listen. I call it the sound of summer. What are some sounds we hear during the summer? Nope, it's not a lawnmower, or a sprinkler, or kids laughing and splashing in the pool. This is the sound of a cicada. They are chirping in the trees. Gently lie back down, lift your arms and legs into the air, and rub your hands and feet together, just like a cicada would do to their wings, or what a grasshopper does with its legs. Now let your arms and legs gently lie down on the floor into a star shape. Legs out wide, arms out wide. Summer nights are reserved for stargazing. Imagine you are resting under the lights of 1,000 twinkling stars. I breathe in summer. I breathe out summer. Bring your knees up to your chest for a big hug. Roll over to one side and slowly push yourself up to sitting. Autumn. The sun rises again and the days start to get shorter and a bit cooler. Stand up in mountain pose. Bring your hands together at your heart. The sun, I salute the sun. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms up over your head, palms together. Gently stretch backwards, looking up to the sky. Now forward fold and hang down low. Reach for your toes. Place your hands on the floor and jump or step your feet back and lower into plank pose with a nice flat back. Bring your belly to the floor, hands and elbows at your side. Now look up to the sun. Now push up into downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Jump your feet up to your hands. Breathe in and come to a flat back with your hands on your shins. Exhale and forward fold to your toes again. Now breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Hands together at your heart. We salute the sun. With the arrival of beautiful colors, autumn is a time of change, and it reminds us that everything in life has a beginning and an end. The cooler winds blow through the forest of trees, knocking leaves off one by one. Come into tree pose by placing one foot at your ankle or up to the inner thigh, bringing your hands together at your heart. When you feel steady, reach those branches up. We can hear the leaves of the trees rustling and falling to the ground. Wave those branches back and forth. How strong can you make your trees? You stand tall and strong, and I will be the autumn wind to try to blow your leaves down. Ready? Here I go. Wow, great job. Let's try again on the other side. Place the other foot at your ankle or up to the inner thigh, bringing your hands together at your heart. When you feel nice and steady, reach those branches up high. Stand tall and strong as I try to blow you down. Ready? Here I go. Wow, your trees are very strong and sturdy. Great job. Speaking of trees, autumn is also a chance to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And by fruits, I mean delicious apples. You can find apple pickers at the orchard. Let's go. Stand up tall in mountain pose. Take a nice deep breath in and reach both arms up over your head. Reach nice and tall. Those trees have some height to them. Now go ahead and reach for an apple by leaning to one side. Got it. Now try on the other side. Yummy, I love apples. Now come back to center and breathe in and fold all the way down to your toes. Step your feet back into down dog and drop your knees to the floor into tabletop pose. Take a look between your legs and make sure you can't see your feet. Now make sure your hands are directly below your shoulders. Good. Chipmunks and squirrels gather nuts and hide them in the ground for the next few months. Oh, I found a good hiding spot. How about under here? Take one arm and reach through the other side of your body, laying your shoulder to the floor. Come back to center in tabletop and hide some nuts under the other side. Bring your other arm and reach through the opposite side of your body, resting your shoulder on the floor. Good job. Now come back to center in tabletop. Lift your bottom up into down dog and walk your feet back up to your hands. Halfway lift to a flat back, hands on your shins. Breathe in and fold back down to your toes. Breathe in again and lift up into mountain pose. Let's get out our binoculars by placing your thumb and your pointer finger together into Gyan Mudra. Now look side to side at the beautiful colors of fall. Those forest green leaves start to fade and they turn into bright yellows, deep reds, and pale oranges. Even those beautiful leaves will all fall to the ground soon. Bring your hands down to your side. I breathe in autumn. I breathe out autumn. Winter time. The sun rises again, and the days are very short and very cold. Stand up in mountain pose. Bring your hands together at your heart. The sun, I salute the sun. Take a deep breath in and raise your arms up over your head. Palms together. Gently stretch backwards, looking up to the sky. Now forward fold and hang down low, reaching for your toes. Place your hands on the floor and jump or step your feet back and lower into plank pose with a nice flat back. Bring your belly to the floor. Hands and elbows at your side. Now look up to the sun. push up into downward dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Jump your feet up to your hands. Breathe in again and come to a flat back with your hands on your shins. Exhale and forward fold down to your toes again. Now breathe in and come all the way up to standing. Hands together at your heart. The sun, we salute the sun. Winter has its own beauty. It reminds us that at the end of each day, we can go to sleep and retreat for some rest. Breathe in, reaching your arms up over your head. Exhale and forward fold down to your toes. Now take a seat on your bottom, giving your knees yet another gentle hug. Slowly release and let your back roll down to the floor. Lower your legs to the floor. Close your eyes and take a nice big breath in. Now let it out. Settle your arms and legs, letting them sink into the floor, just like an animal getting ready to take rest in hibernation. Imagine the ponds and the lakes slowly turning into ice. Snowflakes gently fall from the sky and cover the ground in a white, wintry blanket. Snowflake lands on your nose. How does it feel when it lands on your nose? Now, try to catch one on your tongue. What happens after it lands on your tongue? It probably melts, huh? Nature is becoming quieter now. The forest is taking rest. Sleep is a time for us to get ready for our next journey. Notice how your body is feeling right now. Is it feeling happy? Is it feeling calm and peaceful? Notice your breath going in and out of your nose. Is it a slow breath or a fast breath? Feel the rise and fall of your belly. We took a journey through the seasons today, and now it is time for you to take rest before we get ready for spring all over again. I breathe in winter. I breathe out winter. Now slowly wiggle your fingers, and now wiggle your toes. Bring your knees up for another hug. Roll over to one side. Push yourself up and return to sitting in easy pose. Bring your hands to the floor at your side. Breathe in. Lift your arms up above your head. Exhale and bring them down to your heart center. It is time to end our yoga play. Thank you for joining me on this fun adventure today. Goodbye for now. Namaste.